Are you pregnant or planning to get pregnant and curious to know how much money you can expect for your maternity leave? I'm currently on my maternity leave, and this video I'm going to be sharing my entire maternity pay projection over the entire course of my maternity leave. Hi guys, my name is Sissy if you're new here, and I'm a Ghanaian medical doctor working in the UK, and I am also a mom of 3. And with my first, who I had while I was doing my MSc in London, I did not have maternity leave or maternity pay. With my second, I did have maternity leave and pay, obviously. And with my third, I am on leave and I've got the pay as well. And I highly encourage you to try and get the pay. So obviously you can't control everything, but if you're able to try and plan and see about your conception, try and do it in a way that you qualify for the maximum pay, because it's not that much, but it does make a difference. First, I would like to say that actually you can contact your payroll department and ask them for a forecast. That's what I did before I had my second child. I asked for a forecast. How much money can I expect to get month by month? And they did that. They sent me that, and they do give it to you. For me, they gave it to me in 2 ways. So there's 2 ways you can get your money. There's an amount that you're entitled to for the entire period of maternity leave, which is up to 52 weeks. You can have that split up in 2 equal amounts to get it weekly and get the same amount per week or same amount per month. You decide how you want the money to get paid, or you get it in a way that it is given, which is maybe 100% for the first 2 months and then gradually reduced. So they can give you the forecast and a breakdown, and so it can really help you to plan, see how much time you can afford to take off, and also to see how much you need to top up for, like maybe extra months. My baby was actually due in November, but I gave birth in October due to some complications. If you want to know the complications of my maternity, like my pregnancy story, I will link it up here and also below, so you can go check that out. So my baby was born on the 11th of October 2022, and so that means that my first salary that had maternity leave or maternity pay was the October salary. So for October, I got £3,200. This is 100% of the salary I would expect, because that's what I was getting anyway for the past few months prior. Because first of all, I had stopped doing on-calls, and then I was off sick. So basically, my pay was frozen for a few months prior. I've made another video explaining my actual pay slip that I will link above here as well if you want to go watch that. For November, I got £3,200 again. And again, second month, then obviously you get the same amount of money again, which was great. If you like this video up to this point, then give it a thumbs up. Apparently that really helps support my channel, because it helps more people find the video. In December, then I got £2,370, which is a huge difference. So yeah, that was the first deduction. So that was in December, which was the 3rd month. In January, I got £2,238. In February, I got £2,000. This was now the greatest reduction, £2,000. Yeah, that was all. In March, I got £2,200. In April, I will get £1,190. So we're in April now, so I haven't got it yet. But that's what I'm expecting to get from, like I said, the projections, which have been accurate so far from the payroll. What they told me is what I'm getting exactly. In May, I would get £635. Although for me personally, this is now the most I can sustain. So in May, I'm going back to my maternity leave is ending in April. So that means in May, I'm going to start my annual leave. So in May, I expect to get £3,200. Which is the full salary, because it will be annual leave. If I was to continue, that's how much I would be getting, £600. In June, I would get £605, and then in July, I would get £181. And then in August, September, and October, I would get £0, and that would bring me back to, that would be the end. So that would be 52 weeks later. So this is a combination of both statutory maternity pay and also occupational maternity pay. So I've made another video explaining all the differences between these 2 pays. I'll link that up here. So for me, I'm going to go back to work in June and end of June. So actually it will be the last week of June. And for me, I am going back after not having exhausted all my annual leaves. This is because I want to go back at like a phased return. So what I'm doing is that I'm using my annual leave to go back to work 3 days a week, and then I'll gradually increase to 4 days a week, and then finally I'll go back entirely full-time like that. So I could have chosen to take up all my annual leave, because remember, when you're on maternity leave, you accrue annual leave, but also before I went off, I also had annual leave. So that's how you have all this annual leave, and this is how I'm choosing to use it. So I could have also increased my annual leave at the end, and then I go back full-time, but I think that's too much. So for me, this is what I did before when I went back after my second, and I found it worked out quite well. And that's why I'm doing it like that. I'm going to make another video as well on how to plan for maternity leave financially, that is, because as you can see, the money can be so much less than like you're used to. So you need to be knowing how to make it, like how to survive in this period. Another way that maternity leave can be sent is a lump sum that has been divided into monthly periods or monthly pays. So my payroll also did that for me, and if that was to happen, then I would get about £1,000 or £1,100 every single month for 12 months. No, actually for 52 weeks, which is about 12 months, which for me, for my family, it wouldn't work for me. But if you're considering taking off the whole entire year, maybe you can consider this, because it sounds like a good idea that every month you get the same amount of money for like the whole time that you're off. Do consider that as well. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you want to know how to calculate the best time to conceive to qualify for all the maternity pay, then watch this video next.